So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
Welcome to Paradise here at Harley Stadium in Palmetto, Florida. Tonight we bring you to this pre-season classic game as two powerhouse programs will soon take the field. I'm Brian Varnador alongside my broadcast partner Ken Burton Jr. in the booth, and we're absolutely thrilled to bring you some Friday night football. Tonight, the Palmetto Tigers wrap up their spring practice season as they host the Hagerty Huskies from Oviedo. Partner, it's only May. It's 87 degrees out here, but you can already feel the electricity in the air. We missed it.
We absolutely have, Brian. You know, since we signed off 175 days ago when the Tigers fell to Mitchell 9-7. Remember in the fog during round 2 of the state playoffs last season? Tonight the weather is about as good as it's going to get with low humidity, but the sun may be an issue during the first half, and it's a little bit windy out there. However, tonight we'll get the first real look at what the fall campaign is going to look like. Coach Eric Sanders has the program rolling with a 19-4 record over the past 2 seasons, and tonight is the first step in building on that momentum.
You know, and you wonder why you're going to play this type of game in this kind of heat here in the spring. Well, we'll talk about the purpose. What's the goal of a spring game? Let's talk about it. For the fans, it's really a chance to watch some football, but for the coaching staff, this is a critical evaluation tool. What exactly are Coach Sanders and his staff, along with Hagerty's coaches, looking for in a spring game?
Brian, it's all about evaluation and establishing the new hierarchy. You have months of off-season weightlifting and conditioning, but tonight is where the coaches find out who actually translates that gym strength to field speed. When the lights come on and you're hitting someone in a different colored jersey, who is going to step up? More importantly, it's about filling the leadership void. Palmetto lost some incredible senior captains like Paul Moore and Zion Roberson. Tonight, the coaches want to see which of the rising seniors and juniors will step up and be the vocal leaders in the huddle and the locker room. They aren't treating this like a Super Bowl. They're rotating guys in, testing depth charts, and putting players in pressure situations to see how they respond. Someone could win a starting job tonight.
Yeah, and speaking of stepping up, winning those starting jobs, Palmetto returns an absolute wagon of offense. Let's look at the returning firepower. It starts under center with quarterback Matthew Hennessy. We call him Matty Ice around here. He was phenomenal last year after transferring in and throwing for 2,190 yards and 28 touchdowns while completing 70% of his passes.
Yeah, that's NFL level there. They call him Matty Ice for a reason, Brian. He's incredibly cerebral, rarely forces a bad throw. And look at those weapons he gets to throw. My goodness. Jock Harris Jr.'s back, our spark plug. He's not going to play tonight, but averaged over 70 receiving yards a game and caught 11 touchdowns last season. You also got that tough, reliable Maurice Carter, who refuses to go down on first contact. But Brian, the guy everyone is buzzing about right now, is Nazir Pitchford. With 20 D1 offers, he just officially committed to Kansas State to play on Saturday afternoons as a defensive back. And we've talked about this a lot. He's 6'1", long, with a long, lanky target with elite leaping ability. Averaged 15.6 yards per catch last year with 7 touchdowns. If Hennessy needs that 50-50 ball to be won tonight, look for number 3.
Yeah, they can't fool us with a number change from 14 to 3 coming into the spring game. But it's going to be a really fun aerial attack to watch. You know, this Tiger team can grind it out with a running game, too, in this backfield. Ashton Kelly, the big back. He's a big, physical, downhill runner who averaged nearly 80 yards a game, perfectly complemented by the quick back. Yeah, the quick change guys. You've got Kieron Jones, Shane Partridge, and both those guys nearly averaged 6 yards per carry last season.
And Palmetto is going to need that ground game tonight, Brian, because the Hagerty Huskies team brings some serious size and experience in their front seven. Hagerty's returning a massive two-way lineup in number 54, Leland Minor, who tips the scales at 6'2", 265. They also have very physical linebacker core led by number 5, Jonathan Lewis, and number 8, Avery Zappitz. There's a marquee matchup tonight. This is it. Can Palmetto's offensive line establish the run against a heavy veteran Hagerty front?
Yeah, and if you look at it on the flip side, Hagerty's offense relies on a veteran backfield. They've got senior quarterback Royce Jenkins, and this guy has a big body. He's listed at 6'1", 215. Looks more like he's 220, 225 tonight looking at him with the eye test. But he'll be handing off to back Gene Darius. How do the Tigers plan to stop him, Ken?
Well, it starts with the pressure off the edge, and Chase Henson, who led the team in sacks, is out with a knee injury tonight. But keep your eyes on the middle of the defensive line with sophomore number 55, Teron Harris, 6'2", 250, and he's got some incredible varsity experience last year due to injuries. He's a phenomenal block shedder who will be tasked with clogging up the A-gaps tonight.
And folks, you have got to get here to Harley Stadium to watch this. We can't finish this preview without mentioning special teams. It often gets overlooked in spring games, but it's a huge weapon for the Tigers. Kicker and punter Brandon Galloway, and he's been ranked the number 1 place kicker in the nation. He's back. And I've been in the stands on Saturdays for decades watching games and watching these kickbacks. And last year, I literally saw bigger kicks from Brandon on Friday night than what I see the following Saturday. And I'm talking about some, world-class kickers in college. He's a once-in-a-lifetime talent, and you got to get it to the stadium and see and even hear it live. He leaves me speechless as I try to call a game. Get your tickets, watch him live. It's worth the price of admission.
Absolutely. If a drive stalls, it's a massive luxury for Coach Sander to know he has a guy who can confidently attempt a field goal from 50-plus yards out or boot a touchback so the defense doesn't have to defend the short field. To date, he's pushing with 25 collegiate Division I football offers.
Captains for your Tigers.
Ken, the bands will be playing soon. The humidity is setting in. The team is fired up on the sidelines. We are just moments away from the kickoff here at Harley Stadium. Don't go anywhere. TigerVision's coverage of the spring game between Palmetto and Hagerty starts right after the break. The captains are out on the field. Let's mitch this. Now look on TigerVision. This is one of my favorite parts of TigerVision, where you can look at the captains. You can watch them do the coin toss here. And the captains for tonight for the Palmetto Tigers are number 75, David Hayes. Number 17 is Isaiah Tyson. And then we have number 6, which is Matthew Hennessy as Palmetto's Texan. Now we have the honor guard coming up. And for the most important part of the broadcast is coming up soon, Ken, which is going to be the playing of the national anthem. The guard is going to be walking up. We're going to see if you can pick up the captains on the far side of the field for Hagerty, Ken.
Okay. Well, they just flipped a coin, and they're talking to Hagerty. Now, with the spring games, you've got that sun to deal with, so, you may want to kick off and put somebody into the sun, make them go into the sunlight, so we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So.
Yeah, typically the fields are run east and west in high school football with a few variations, and you can see those shadows. They're about 7 yards. You're looking at players standing out there, and you got about a 9-yard shadow behind some of the player, and that's going to be a very tough to field punts and kicks when you're looking into that beautiful blazing sunset here in Manatee County.
Hagerty won it, and they will be going from left to right on your screen. So they will have the sun in their eyes.
Now, on this week, you look at the things that are going on, and I'm going to introduce you the color guard here, Scott Naden, Actually, I'll go through and I'm going to introduce first the officiating crew is Scott Naden, referee, Richard Rio, umpire, Paul Kennedy, linesman, Terry Evans, line judge, Brian Abbott, back judge, Jerry Felty, clock. And now the honor guard is coming up here, and Luke Bustle may have that here. And so the honor guard is tonight. It's going to be Cadet Sergeant First Class Lewis, and the United States Guard is Cadet Sergeant Garcia. The Florida Flag Guard is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Fowler. And let's rise for the performance now of the Star Spangled Banner, the national anthem. And now that we have completed the most important part of the broadcast, Ken, we're getting ready for some spring football. We'll see how the Palmetto Tigers take the field. You know, probably the coaches are probably telling the players not to be doing all the backflips and somersaults as they come out of the end zone in a spring game.
Yeah, talking to them a little bit before the game. They're pretty banged up for a spring practice, and you know you want to err on the side of caution, and so don't force anything. Don't help the other team because you know it's 13 weeks until we take the road and head to Lake Gibson for the opener. So I'd rather be lifting weights and doing 7-on-7 than rehabbing an injury that didn't need to happen. Here they come.
Oh, here he comes.
Let's go, Tigers!
And that's going to be Mo Carter doing a little bit of I guess that would be called a round off there, coming out of there. Looked like he was playing it safe. He didn't roll into that. Sometimes he'll continue and do 2 or 3 of those continuously. So that's good to see. The Hagerty team over there, you look at them, and you can see they've got some really good size across the offensive and defensive lines. Tonight, I really think, Ken, the game is going to be decided. Palmetto is, lost Paul Moore, the linebacker, and playing a lot of young players tonight.
Yes.
We've got got the rosters here. We got question mark on who's playing what position, but we do have numbers for you. But I'll tell you, it's a system. And you're also going to see a lot of wing T. You're going to see some, different looks out of this Hagerty offense, and it's a young defensive unit for the Tigers. So that should be one of the keys to the game, Ken.
Yes, and their offense revolves around number 3, Royce Jenkins. I mean, I was watching him from the 50-yard line. He's like a tight end out there, being their signal caller. He's a dual threat. The good thing for the Tigers is, in the last 2 playoff games, for our returning players, we had to face a dual threat quarterback in both playoff games. So,
Number 2,
so our returning players should be somewhat battle tested how to handle a dual threat guy.
The kickoff from Galloway.
But they got to wrap this guy up. He's big.
Brandon Galloway's going to approach the ball here, and if you look at the back judge there, I estimate that he's going to kick it about 10, 11 yards out of the end zone. Oh, my word, he has.
Good.
That thing was 20 yards. 20 yards. It was 10, 11 yards out of the back of the end zone. And I talked in the pregame about being speechless with this kid. it just, I'm sitting here with chills on my legs because that is just an enormous kick in super high humidity here in Florida. That's crazy.
It seemed like every day during spring practice on his Twitter account, there was another offer every day. They're coming to see him, so all these other kids in our program are going to benefit from these college coaches because they're offering him. He's got 25 plus D1 offers.
3 wide receivers. Royce Jenkins will take this, fakes the handoff. He throws the slant behind it, and it's down the sideline. Ball's forced out, but the ball trickles out of bounds. Good gain on the play of about to the 40-yard line.
Yep. Nice pitch and catch there by Hagerty to get the cobwebs out. What I like about Royce here is he got a real quick release. I mean, it comes out real quick. And again, he's a big guy. He can do it. He can run it. He ran for over 500 yards last year. He's got a lot of new players around him, though, so let's see what he can do.
So they did say he stepped out at the 32, so it's going to be 1st and 10 from there. This time they lined it up, and it looked like a little bit the old wing T formation. And you're going to see variable formations tonight, Ken. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
Yes, that was one thing the coaches were talking about. They had different game plans for each game where they would play shotgun or they would line the wing T. They just did it all.
Royce hands the ball off. Those linebackers, big hit on the play, but he goes for a gain of about 3 on the play.
First big test here for the Tigers, about third and 4. Welcoming back Matt Brazelton, making the defensive calls. Longtime Tiger assistant.
You can see the Tigers look like they're rolling up aggressively, and you've got 3 receivers in the formation here. A lot of pressure here for some of those young faces. Slot receiver over here, quite a bit of a cushion. They throw it out there on the bubble screen, and he's going to run and gain the first down. That was like there was a 10-yard cushion over there. It was an easy pitch and catch.
Yeah, you just read the defense and make the play and get it into your skilled players. And he played assignment football there, but managed to get the first down. So they're off and running, Brian, off to a great start here.
Yeah, got the ball on the 45-yard line now, 1st and 10. Jenkins takes it. He keeps it. They run power to this side, and you can see that big frame driving forward for about a 4-yard gain.
That is literally a quarterback that plays like a fullback. I mean, if he goes to the next level, I could see him being a decent. If he's not, they don't want him at quarterback. They could definitely run him as a fullback. Runs great north-south.
Takes it out of the pistol this time, and Lewis is in the backfield there with him. He's looking for the big ball down the seam, and really there was a flag in the middle of the field. And
Matt
could be holding.
Brazelton saying take the penalty.
And we'll let the pros sort it out, but I saw Luke Bussell put his hand over the public address and say that's absolutely a holding there. Well done for Luke.
Yes. I'm sure he was held a lot of times when he got sent on a blitz as a linebacker back in the day, maybe 20 years ago.
Just 20 years ago, sip of tea, I think, with USF up there. But a holding now knocks him back 10 yards.
Yeah.
2nd and 17 is the spot foul from the hold. Look out for they might go verticals on this one. Now they fake it, and it looked like they were going to try a jump pass, and then Royce Jenkins lowers his head for a gain of about 4.
You're going to put them in a 3rd and long. They're going to have to throw it down the field. On a situation like that, when you're 3rd, you want to get in the perfect world. You want to get at least half of it back, so you got a good chance to with a 3rd manageable here. But let's see what they do behind the sticks here, Brian.
And you see Nazir Pitchford out there playing press coverage over there. He's a very talented corner, and there's a lot of pressure that can be applied by the end. Kamari Hines gets there and turns him inside, and a big play for number 34, not on my roster. Christian Clark. You know, it's not as bad as we used to be, Ken. You know, we used to be out in the stands with a legal pen.
Yes, I think things are a little bit better, but great job there. What do we got? 34. He might win himself a job there with a big play like that. So Tigers defense holds, and they couldn't recover from the penalty. So the Tigers get their first shot here.
Kicker is Isaac Flowers back there to root this one away. Palmetto Tigers look like they're going to cover this time. Oh, got out of there.
Shanked it.
He's going to
shank that thing
out of bounds into the tents over here. So we'll see the spot on the field. Looks like it's about the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like about a 20, 25-yard punt. So, you know, and with our guys back there, that might be a blessing in disguise to not kick the ball to them. You know, we've seen that in the past many a time. But Tigers got the ball and only got to go 60 yards in their opening possession here. Great field position.
Got to love that. And, you know, you like to see David Hayes, our center for the Palmetto Tigers. Solid performer, you know, about 315 pounds. May play guard at the next level. Very flexible. And it's going to be interesting tonight because the field, it's dry and it's slick. He's going to fire this one back to Matthew Hennessy. Ashton Kelly in the backfield, and the ball's out. It looks like he was able to get back on top of the ball. Gain of about 2 on the play brings up a second name.
Yeah, that would have been a disaster. But as we talked in pregame, how can Palmetto's running game handle Hagerty with their staunch front 7 on the defense here?
This time, Shane Partridge checks in the backfield, number 7, for receiver set. Hennessy takes the ball out of the pistol. It drops the ball again on top of it. And so that's going to be a big loss on the play, and that's going to bring up, I'm looking at Bobby Tichy over there on the north sideline, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 14.
So immediately the Tigers are going to get tested here, but the one thing we have that Hagerty does not, we have, like you said earlier, we have everybody back. 3rd and 14 is very manageable. It's just a matter of where's he going to go to here.
Ashton Kelly in the backfield. Been a little shaky on the exchanges. Now this time Hennessy looks, throws it down there. He's got a man wide open, overfires his receiver. In the route there was Nazir Pitchford.
50-50 guy.
He was absolutely behind the defense, so that brings up a punting situation. This should be very fun to watch. You got a left-footed punter. Now, Kenny, when you kick the ball would draw like a golfer's draw. It's going to draw the wrong way with a wrong spin, and you're looking into a blazing sunset.
Yeah, this is a disaster waiting to happen here.
Yeah, so it'll be.
Here we go.
There's the kick. It's a high knuckleball. Watch this one.
Oh,
there it is.
We called it.
You can't advance them off.
We called that one.
Yeah.
He did he even did the backward spin, and that thing literally was higher than the lights.
God bless his heart, the returner back there, you think, how can he miss that ball?
I just got away from it.
If you ever been here at Palmetto High School and you're looking into that sun, it is tough. It's like a 3:30 game at Florida Field. Now the Palmetto Tigers will start this one off in the red zone, and we talk about the prowess of our special teams game, and here it is.
First mistake. So hopefully second series here, we won't have any issues handling the ball. I mean, these guys have played together now. This is together for several games. So we should see a much improved offense tonight.
12 personnel, and he throws the slant. And Pitchford started a run there before making the catch.
Hit him right in his hands, too. And good goodness, we know what he can do when he catches it, but got to catch it first.
You're really this is a really, if you get a little bit closer, this is still very manageable with the end zone in the passing game. You get the ball down in the 6 and 7, yard line. You don't have the open spacing.
No.
You know, football's about spacing. So this brings up and it's also is an opportunity to hit them with a draw. You know, you can fake like a tunnel screen or a bubble screen out there and just hit them up the middle with a draw late. So it's second down, and it turns into a third down situation. You got some dynamic receivers. So.
And in Coach Sanders' offense, you have the tight end. And Ace Luther is back from a torn meniscus. Talking to him before the game, he has a dozen offers.
And you got to like the look of Ace, and it's obviously that he has leaned out a little bit. He got up there, and he was in that 235 range last year. It looks like he's probably in the 215, 220. And now out of this formation, he's starting out in the slot.
Yes.
Another thing to look for here, Kieran Jones comes in late. Luther is a devastating blocker in these sets, so that's another thing to look. See if they throw to Kieran with Luther with a lead block out in front. No, they run that draw that we talked about, and he's got it 4-6 with Ashton Kelly.
Kelly, touchdown, Tigers!
You could have just sworn we've been to all the practices.
No, we put our 20 minutes of game film in, right?
Yes.
But you could kind of see the formations and the defensive scheme out there. Over the years, Ken, you know, we've been doing this TigerVision for so long. We've learned a lot from hearing the chatter of the defensive coordinators going back and forth and offensive coordinators. So, you know, experience is a good thing.
And on with the offensive side, with virtually everybody back, they've got a history of doing things like this, so it makes it easier to call a game.
Hunter Ferguson with an excellent snap. Liam Harold, the second best kicker in the 9-4-1, it's with a hold, and Galloway just drove that one back there almost out the back fence, which is so far away you would not believe it. It's crazy, the leg talent.
Hey, they'll find it in the locker room back there.
6:37 on the clock here. The Palmetto Tigers with a 7-0 lead. So, Ken, what's your impression so far of the Tigers?
Well, so far so good. You know, a little slow on the offense as far as handling the ball, but. You know, we're seeing they're picking up right where they were, game 12 last year in the state playoffs. Expecting great things that they've had, several more weeks to work together as a unit, and it's only going to make things great we have a very challenging schedule this year. I think 9 of the 10 or all of them. We're in the playoffs last year, including our opponent today. They were in the Class 7A playoffs, losing to Lake Mary in the first round. Of course, Lake Mary went on to win the state championship.
Absolutely.
So they play a good brand of football there in Orlando, too.
Brandon Galloway, there's one back pylon back there that's laying down that's about 14 yards out of the end zone. He's probably using that for target practice as he drives this one away. And let's see.
He's going to get it.
Come on. No, he is a little bit far and to the right.
Southeast, about 5 or 6 yards southeast away.
That thing was 17 yards from the goal line. I can't impress.
That is just
what we're looking. I can't. What we're looking at here is phenomenal. And when you in high school football, Ken, give me the statistics of coming off the 20-yard line.
Oh, it's probably a 20% chance of scoring and of a team going 80 yards. And if you've got a very good defense like the Tigers have in the past, it's probably in the 10 to 20 range, Brian.
Jonathan Lewis runs to the left there for a loss of about half a yard. Well, they're going to spot that one right at the line of scrimmage, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
At some point, the Tigers can slow them down and make them one-dimensional. It's going to play well into the game plan tonight.
Jenkins has it. Now he's going to roll out to the right, throws a little sidearm out there, and that's incomplete. That was intended for Eric Lyris. Now it brings up 3rd and 10. The clock is going to pause here. Another incomplete pass here. We may have a water break.
Yeah, time for a water break.
So it's
nope. I guess they're going to let them play.
Going to let them play here. Now look at the size of the receiver here on the hash. I didn't get heights, but it looks like he's about 6'4", very lean,
lanky.
You want to throw something? And they
got him set up the block.
Yeah. And they do the little.
Dude, he got the first down.
He drives forward for the first down, so a little jailbreak screen up the middle of the field.
So we'll head into the water break, but if you have a play that you needed to move the chains on, Hagerty just executed it there. There's just a lot of want to there. He's carrying 3 or 4 Tigers there. Great job.
Got to tip your hat to Josh Bach, the offensive coordinator, on that really delightful, delicious play call in that scenario and that down and distance. Incomplete pass. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 here, 5:30 on the clock.
Let's go.
I like his release. He gets rid of it real quick. He reminds me of Sonny Jurgensen, who just passed away here a few months ago. Played long time in the NFL, Washington Redskins, Philadelphia Eagles. Known for his quick release.
High snap. Jenkins going to have to make something happen. Throws it late down the sideline. Great defensive play there by number 11, Ryan Cotton. How about that?
We called that name a couple of times last season.
Yeah, then they had a kid over at Manatee that was like a big defensive tackle with the same name, but we had this Ryan Cotton here a couple years ago at Palmetto High School. Good to see him back.
Good to see him back. Great play. And when they're struggling with the staff, you got to remember the quarterback has the sun in his eyes too. It is just right there.
Look at those shadows. They're now 15 yards. Flips it out there late. Oh, really good move there. Number 5 drives forward, and that's going to be Jonathan Lewis.
Yeah, we talked about him in the pregame. He was their top returning back.
Oh,
and he broke some ankles there, right there, and he willed himself to the first down. So that's 2 third-down conversions. Hagerty to keep this drive alive. They've been behind the chains, but have managed to keep this drive alive here still in the first quarter.
Ball's on the 50-yard line. They hand it off to the back again. Huge gaping hole runs through the safety. Finally tackled there by number 22, Tristan Ramirez. But first down.
Yeah, probably their best run all night. He ran untouched until he was hit by a safety, and that does not bode well for the Tiger defense.
Now he's just going to wind up and throw the long ball down there. And there's Pitchford. And that's what – okay, that's going to take it for the touchback. He caught it at they're going to give – that's the touchback. Now, 2 plays sequentially. What do you do with a guy like Pitcher? You make him make tackles.
You're right.
Which he missed a tackle.
He did.
What did you do with Deion Sanders? Make him tackle.
Make him tackle. You don't throw it.
You don't throw the ball up high to a guy like Pitchford.
And Kansas State recruited him to be a defensive back for that very reason we just saw on the film.
Yeah.
You don't throw it over there. Hopefully a lesson learned there for the Huskies. We've seen it happen too much.
4:28 on the clock. 4 receivers in the formation. Ashton Kelly is in the backfield with Hennessy. Ace Luther is out here in the slot with Maurice Carter. This is, and here's what we like to see from Eric Sanders, making the play changes, looking at the defense, and now they take it. There's Luther. Oh, my word.
Gosh.
A block.
What a block. Oh, my. So Carter is tough to bring down. Little guy, 5'7", wearing high heels. But you watch Luther here, which he's out of the screen, lays down a huge block.
Right there.
Right there.
Gain of 9. Now at this point, 2nd and 2, he didn't get a really good spot there, but really everything's open in the playbook now.
That's right here. This could be a time to see Luther.
Hennessy takes it, and there's a stoppage here. Probably a false start on those Palmetto Tigers. And I'm looking at the contingency over on the other side of the field. The Hagerty fans made a 132-mile bus ride here. They're over in Oviedo, Seminole County, near UCF, and that shows a great deal of support. So kudos to you guys that are watching up there that didn't want to make that probably 2.5, 3-hour drive. Team looks good, and look at it's great to see their fans travel.
Yeah, for a spring game, it's humongous. Palmetto's got a decent crowd here tonight, and then to all our viewers watching us online. But that is a brutal ride. That's Interstate 4 and 75 at 4 o'clock coming south from Tampa. Brutal.
2nd and 6 here for the Tigers. Ashton Kelly, jump cut. Now he's on the outside edge, turns it, and he's out of bounds, and the tents are directly in front of us. So you folks at home are going to get a better call on this. He's got the first down, and it's going to be marked at the
so 38. He was going to run between the A gap, but wasn't there, and saw daylight outside, and good to see the big guy running a little east-west there.
And good to see out there Pitchford with a nice block out in front. So pretty good physicality shown out of a wide receiver cover corner combination out there blocking. You got to do that if you're going to play on Saturday.
Oh, he's open.
He's open. Luther catches it, and that is a first down. And that's just awesome when you can run that tight end.
Got so many weapons, just running right across the center of the field, right there on the logo. Takes a nice hit, coming back from a knee injury. I was talking to him. I thought, I didn't expect to see you here in the spring. And he says, oh, yeah, I'm back and good to go. And the college offers are coming in.
Kieran Jones in the backfield. Good snap. Hennessy looks. He's throwing it down there.
Got him.
It's Pitchford. See you later, Tiger. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Tiger.
This is so much fun, Ken.
There's speed kills, and these guys have all coming back and playing together. They know all their little pluses and minuses, but just you can throw that home run ball up, and our 50-50 guy there, and 9 times out of 10 he's going to come down with it. And you made that look easy.
You go out of the 4-vert set.
Yeah.
What you want to do is just outside of both hashes, and then it was perfect. And there's the snap by Ferguson, the hold by Harold, the kick by Brandon Galloway is good. So the Palmetto Tigers with a 14-0 lead here with 2:56 remaining in the first.
So you talk about the 4 verticals. This is right after they just threw it to the tight end.
Right.
So, so many weapons.
You know what's clever about Coach Sanders? He's got some run and shoot, air raid, run and shoot, and then he'll play some big packages with the tight ends. He just has a plethora of options in his bag, and not afraid to use them at the killer time. He makes the right calls at the right time, and he's got the quarterback. He's got this guy Matty Ice back there that's very cerebral, and and makes the proper reads, the good throws. And you got a formula for offensive success.
Oh, absolutely. And again, these guys are most everybody back on the offense, so they know what to do. They know what's expected. Oh my gosh,
Amazing.
He's helicoptered that one.
Hey, Troy Bellamy, do we have you on the Arctic Air sideline? Troy. Okay, Troy.
He's there. He can't hear us.
Trying to communicate with Troy.
he helicoptered that one. That one was a little bit closer to the pylon.
That's nuts. That's nuts. And today, I picked up the Palmetto Press, formerly the Palmetto Press,
North
which
River News.
your dad, was a part of that years ago, and my son Jordan Varnador is the editor. And I was wondering, okay, we got this in paper format, and it's also going to be online. And people are having these in the little restaurants and everywhere around town, free newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
And
what a novel idea.
And amazingly so, you had a really good group of fans show up here tonight. There's a big hit, but good run there by number 3, and that's going to be Royce Jenkins on the keeper.
Up the middle.
He's pretty much been their best runner tonight, and he runs it tough. Ran for over 500 yards last year for the Huskies.
1st and 10. Running a little power play slip on the turf, and that's something you expect to see in a night like this, Ken.
Yeah, you talked about that early in the game with the field conditions and the humidity that we don't know if they play on turf in Oviedo, but you've got to be aware of your footing. Great shot of the man there, coming out in full force. 12th man.
Jack Bryant is over here with Caleb. Now he throws it,
nice.
And he's wide open. He's got a big gain on the play down the middle. It's Eric Laeris. 2 big catches tonight so far.
Yeah, he looks impressive. They're doing a hurry up. Ran right down the hash there, and just quick release, pitch and catch, move the chains.
Now right here is something, this is wing T right here, I
Yes.
believe. So they're going to run. This time he keeps it, makes a nice play, almost a busted play.
Yeah.
And Kamari Hines, pound for pound, Kamari's 230. So he's able to hit that big quarterback, but still a gain of about 4 on the play.
Yeah, that definitely was a busted play. It looked like they were going to do some type of option. It got busted up there, and you don't know what they're going to come every different play. There's no consistency to it. They just pulling out their whole playbook tonight.
Clock's at 1:07 as Jenkins awaits the snap. Palmetto, and that could be.
Ouch.
Let's see, that's the. We still have a minute
We
on the
still
clock,
have a
so it had
minute.
to be a delay of game. But why don't we let the pros sort it out, Ken?
Yeah, they've done a great job so far.
Or
they're penalizing Hagerty.
yeah,
And this happened.
false.
Yeah.
I didn't see it, Ken. It just.
I didn't either, but they do so well, and then they've had a penalty set them back where they haven't been able to sustain their drive.
Brings up a 2nd and 12.
No.
Man, driving forward and then finally driven out of bounds right in front of the tents again. So you folks at home are wondering why we can't make the spot. But that's a 1st down on the 39. Because
Matt Brazelton is not going to be happy. You cannot arm tackle that big back there like that. You've got to grab and hold on. And eventually they did there, but could have had a short gain, but ended up moving the chains.
and one of the young guys, I don't have him on my roster. Hamlin wore that number last year, I believe. This time he keeps it. A big hit, clogging things up there. Great job by number 34. And I'll have to write his name down.
Yeah, he's the one that got the big play on the 3rd long that ended their first drive.
Chase.
No, Chase Simpson's out.
Chase is out, so that would have been coming up there hard. So we're working through this.
34 forced the ball inside.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Your Palmetto Tigers lead this one 14-0. Man, what a beautiful commercial that is. Gulf of America. We had your son James showing how you prepare these shiners before you go on that redfish flat out there at Rattlesnake. But 2nd and 12 here for Hagerty.
But now the quarterback will be able to see down the field without the sun in his eyes.
He's just a power run over there, and really good running, and that's going to be a huge hit. And great hit there by number 22 for the Tigers. Coming up to make the play there is Tristan Ramirez. Outmanned by probably, 60 pounds?
60 pounds, yes. And he kind of runs like Mike Allstott, real low to the ground, and you gotta take if you try to hit him, you gotta be ready to. It's going to be dished right back at you with the impact.
I remember another Avita quarterback with a big frame like this. I don't think that Royce Jenkins has the speed of that young man, but that's a 4-yard gain on this play.
Somebody that played on the other coast.
Throwing a few hints out there for our fans, and we want to thank the #1 fans in the world for watching TigerVision, as we normally say, is presented by Conley Buick GMC. Tonight we're going to honor this game, Ken, with the passing of your father through the boosters. Got it out there, and we thank everyone that did. A great man, owned the Palmetto Press, I believe.
He did for a little while, yeah.
Mayor of the City of Palmetto, and thank you for all your family's contributions to this county.
He loved his Tigers. He loved the Tigers.
So now that brings up a 3rd and 7 here. And it is a spring game, Ken, so we're going to ham and egg it up a little bit more than normal.
We can.
We can call it, a very down-the-line game. Sometimes that can be boring. But here we are, 10:18 on the clock. And the Hagerty Huskies have a 3rd and 7 here, just outside of the red zone. Oh, that's a hold over there on the edge. No flag, and Jenkins rumbles down the sideline for the first down. Now, you get a good look at this when there is no replay in high school football. Nothing you could do about that one, but I thought maybe that right tackle. They had those hands outside the shoulders. Let's see. Oh, look at this look here on TigerVision.
Yeah,
it was on the other side of the field.
Other side, yeah. Jenkins made the best of it and scrambled. I was reading, researching him, and considered one of the top returning quarterbacks in the Orlando area, much like Hennessy is here in the 941. Had similar statistics, growing.
Got a little bit different style. This guy likes to sling it way down the field. Does get the ball out quickly also. Hennessy will sit back in the pocket and read a little bit more. This guy likes to throw the long verticals and then, a lot of scramble plays. But really, 5-yard gain on the play, and Cotton comes up and makes the play. In the backfield now with Jenkins is going to be Jonathan Lewis. This is your
Pistol.
3-receiver set on the pistol.
Yeah, another penalty at a crucial time.
Looks like they're backing up.
Yeah, he definitely jumped.
And Ken, we're going to be replaced by your IT capabilities. Chad Burton, one of the most talented guys behind us. There's your flag there on the bottom right hand of your screen. And then you're probably going to see the actual calls come up as it rolls. It's incredible.
Procedure.
That's a nice little sweet feature there by Clicking Spree.
Yeah, I think they built that.
Yeah, they're the geniuses behind all this. Now back to football here. 2nd and 10 for Hagerty. Royce Jenkins. Here is going to be some old school wing T is what we're looking at. No, yeah, that's
in the shotgun.
Yep. And then coming up to make the tackle there, number 13 for the Tigers, and that is Benny Williams. Hey, that's a new name for us, his sophomore.
It looks like they were trying to run a jet sweep here to the side. You can see the back coming right into the screen. Tigers played it well and puts them in a 3rd and 2 down territory. Even this early in the game, they are too close.
And, you know, this is a challenge, the formations that they're throwing out here. And I think this is one of those areas. It's kind of like the Charlotte with Wink, what was his name?
Binky.
Binky
ran
Walter.
that.
And all the youth programs run the wing T, and then when they get into high school, you know, they are very familiar with it. It's very hard to defend with a young crew. This time they're going to run 3 wide. Look for the wheel route.
Oh, threw it behind him.
Threw it behind him. That was interesting because it looked like he was going wheel down the sideline, the old down and up, and then he bent it across the middle of the field. And people would tell you more of a dig
coming
or
right
curl.
across there.
Yep.
Yeah, he threw it. He had him open too. It was a great call and a great route. Just wasn't able to. So because of where they are and it being 4th and 13, they're going to go for the points here. Try to get on the board. This is about 38 yards. This fellow was their kicker last year.
Isaac Flowers.
Is he? He's awful close, isn't he? He's too. No, he's 7 yards.
7 yards.
Yeah.
Look, and it's going to be wide right.
Oh my goodness. I didn't think it was going to make it, but it just kept going and going, and
yeah, that was
almost squeaked in there.
But now the Tigers get the ball with decent field position. 8:17 remaining here in this first half.
Coach Brazelton's defense has been bend but don't break tonight, and kept them out of the end zone. They've had some good drives. Offense was a little shaky at first with the drops, but they've settled down and have done well. Let's see what they do here in their next series. Beautiful weather tonight, 73 degrees, low humidity.
So it has dropped dramatically. When we rolled out here a couple hours ago, it was 86, 87.
Yeah.
That's nice. Now they run the option.
Oh, my.
Ashton Kelly running fast, and he's got a big first down. Goes out of bounds at the 42.5 yard line. We'll call it 43.
So Kelly was our north-south back last year, and you know, he is definitely looks like he's been working on his game to be an outside threat as well. He's had the capability of doing it, but he looks like he's been working on his game and making himself more versatile.
He runs, you know, and I'm not saying he's Eric Dickerson, but he's straight up and down. And he's got an extra gear. Partridge uses those great feet, runs over a defender, and is tackled at the 50-yard line. First down, Palmetto Tigers.
And he was our change of pace back last year, running for over 500 yards. I think he scored 8 or 9 touchdowns, and I don't think he started a game and put up very impressive numbers. And I saw him on X in the weight room, 1% better every day. It was real good, and he was throwing up some serious weight.
Diego DiMarino with a great tackle there against an elusive back. Now he throws it to Ace Luther. He rolls forward, takes a shot there, but he's got another first down. 7:30 on the clock. The clock will stop as they move the marker.
So when you try to isolate Pitchford or Carter, and then you've got Partridge in the game, you got to worry about him, and then they forget about the tight end and just runs down the field, does a quick spot there, easy pitch and catch. Tigers are easily moving down the field here.
Maurice Carter is wide to the right boundary, 2 receivers out to the left. Big Ashton Kelly is in the backfield with Hennessy. I think Kelly has actually gotten taller, and there's going to be Maurice Carter. And really nice gain on the play. He's going to gain about 9 yards. So now 2nd and short.
Yeah, we haven't called Carter's name. It was his turn to get into the stats book tonight. Again, another weapon that Hennessy has at his beck and call there. That he goes 5'7", 150, 9 TDs last year. Actually threw one as well.
And Maurice Carter and Hennessy have been playing together since they were in the 6th or 7th grade.
I love it.
Great. Really good defensive play. Stepping up to make plays number 55. We mentioned him before the game, and that is Jackson Bragi. That's a nice name for a linebacker.
That sounds like a linebacker, you think about it, but they bring back a wealth of skill on the defensive side there. Great play.
Yeah, playing a little defensive line there, but he was so quick. It looked like a linebacker the way he came up and made that tackle.
The one thing looking at their roster, Brian, they're 7A school. They're 300 or 400 more students than Palmetto High has, but they have a lot of players going both ways. If you look at their roster, forced into two-way duty. You want your best 11 out there, and sometimes, we have a few doing that, like Pitchford.
Yeah, and Ace Luther is coming off the field, and he's a little frustrated coming off the field. 6:26 on the clock. Palmetto with a 14-0 lead.
Getting looked at over here on the sideline. Hopefully everything's okay.
So as the pause in the action here, 14-0. 6 minutes and 26 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Good look at the Palmetto Tiger cheerleaders there on the sideline. Great job by the guys behind us. And, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk about our sons, Ken. Our son is just a wizard with all the, the graphic packages and all this. And Jordan, when they started this years ago, and we were very limited, and you and I were out there chasing down rosters, notebooks.
Doing whatever we could, yeah.
And then to be voted the #1 broadcast, and all the quality burn that we get on Manatee County, the school district of Manatee County, all the play here, the beautiful field that we have here. It's just awesome to live in this town and be a part of Manatee County, and just thanks to our sons. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we get to hang out with them on Friday and get to talk football and get, our favorite high school program. And life's good.
Ooh, that was a sharp throw right there. Good cut by Maurice Carter, driving forward, coming over late for a big hit there. You had number 50 and number 22 involved in the play. Gavin Hermel, and number 22 on the play is Cameron Rayla.
Yeah, he threw a laser beam at Carter, and Carter very sure-handed and not very big, but he is tough to bring down.
Now you've got interesting Keyron is out in the slot, and then you've got big Nazir Pritchford out there on the far boundary.
Keyron, I don't think he's got an attempt or a catch tonight, so he's due.
And a really fine play. You really can't see on the jersey here with the sun, but I think it was number 8.
Number 8, yeah.
There, and that is going to be Avery Zapitz.
Yeah, we talked about him. They had the big defensive lineman and then the 2 linebackers that were their key returners in that front 7 that are going to be the keys to their success on the defensive side this upcoming season. Lake Brantley is in their area. They play a good brand of football. Also Seminole, and then Lake Mary, who was the state champion. So they play in a tough area, much like here in the 941.
As they break the offensive formation here, you have Maurice Carter out wide to the right. You look at that's going to be the first option.
Carter.
And Nazir's going to clear, and then you're going to throw to Kieran Jones there. That's out of the slot on the left-hand side, normally a running back, and they got him again. So Matty Ice with a hard count there, and they jumped, and that's going to be really, really unfortunate break. Palmetto Tigers now have this one. It is a 3rd and 4.
And they did
Second and 4.
Second and 4. Hagerty's played well. The penalties have been their thorn in the side tonight. It's killed some of their drives. It's helped the Tigers here on this series a good 10 or 20 yards.
Safety's creeping over here to Carter, so that's going to take away that. And this time they run the draw play, and Ashton Kelly bouncing off a couple of players. Again, coming up to make a tackle is number 20, Wyatt Hatfield.
Yeah, I think they're going to take their time. There's 5 minutes left here in the second quarter. We're up 14 to nothing, and they want to use the clock. So if they can get a score here to limit Hagerty to how much time they have, perhaps for a final drive.
Yeah, Hagerty has 3 timeouts. If you look at that hamburger menu down there, it's in kind of a beautiful North Carolina blue. Now Hennessy hands it off to Ashton Kelly, and he lumbers forward down to the 4-yard line.
So move the chains, 4.5, stop the clock here. They'll take their time.
Timeout for an official's water break.
After the replay here, we're going to go to a water break. See Ashton driving. They're really trying to get that ball in.
Yeah, they need some type of spark here. I mean, they're going to it's going to be 21 to nothing. So biggest thing that can happen is a turnover. And Tigers had the drops early on. They seem to settle down, and the only turnover has been the touchdown. The interception by Pitchford as he slid back into the end zone.
We're really giving a little bit of extra time to talk it over, and you want to break. A lot of times over the years during this time of water break time, we have some drone shots of the bay out there.
Yeah,
the sunsets on the horizon, and you know
what's
what?
getting ready to happen.
You know what makes this broadcast pretty decent?
It's not you or me.
Not you or me. And if you're outside, you notice that Kenny and I are not on the air. See, so that helps. And then it's the talent behind us. The guys are incredible.
So it's the sun is completely a non-factor now. It's getting twilight.
Ashton Kelly gathers the ball. He's got the edge, and he's going to be in for 6. So the Palmetto Tigers now with a 20-0 lead. Tell you what, good blocks by 71 and 55 for those Tigers.
Yeah, and that was going to be key tonight, how well our offense could block against that staunch defense, that big defensive line that they had. And so far they have done very well controlling the line of scrimmage.
Tigers come out in a swinging gate here. Novito is in pretty good shape. And now running off very late is Kamari Hines. That is a legal substitution normally. And then Galloway will kick this one, a very high kick. And
so we're on 14th Avenue.
On 14th Avenue. Well, I have to say it. We're all family here, cousins and everybody. And as Bustle says, unfazed by the shift, as a clear illegal shift was going down there prior to the play. That was nicely done.
Yes.
That kid grew up playing football in my tiny little front yard.
That's right.
But it's a community affair. While we have this break in the action, Bill Britt would normally be on the sideline with us tonight, and the passing of Bill Britt Sr. And tonight, with the Palmetto Press getting the news out, the games here spring, this obviously is helping. And I can remember Bill Sr., the guys would be at the bank.
He was a fixture at Palmetto Bank and Trust.
And they used to be, everyone, it was like there was a run on the bank on Thursdays because we would go and get our tickets at the bank. The bank loved it because it encouraged business.
Exactly.
And everybody loaded up with those paper tickets. But Bill Britt and his senior with his passing today, our prayers are out. And Bill Britt Jr., dear friend of mine, I'm with you here tonight and thinking of you. 4:24, and Galloway will kick this one away. And it's a line, oh my word.
It's that helicopter again.
Yeah, just a little bit wide to the upright from being through the uprights.
That one hit right at the top of the S before it went out of the end zone. Bill Britt Sr. was, back then, for the viewers, a lot of them don't realize, the young people, the bank was a normal thing to go to. You would get your check or you'd deposit it. You'd physically have to go into the bank. These were before the ATM. And Bill Britt Sr. was the face in the community. And goodness, playing basketball with him was tough too because, he had 20, 30 years on us, but he was tough, man. He was tough. I learned a lot from him.
He was tough. I learned all those
career extenders.
Now this time Royce Jenkins takes this one, drives forward. He got a gain of about 3 on the play. Yeah, and I would play in a church gym and think I was playing against an old Bill Lambier when Bill Sr. was playing.
Pretty much. Yeah. That pretty much hits the nail on the head. Oh yeah, he was tough out there.
Now looking at this, I see number 23 in coverage over there. And I'd normally say Peanut Clemens, but I know Peanut was a senior last year, and that's going to be Tyron Martin, the sophomore, out there. Now he's dropping off the cushion. Royce Jenkins had just a dive play and driving forward.
You better
breaking tackles. What a fantastic run there by Jonathan Lewis.
So between Lewis and Jenkins, that's a formidable 1-2 punch as far as running backs. Just trying to tackle these guys. Look at that. And
the ball's out, and the Tigers try to get on. It's still loose. Still loose. It looks like those Palmetto Tigers have got the recovery.
Carry ball falls out, picked up by number 43 on the play. First down, Tigers.
43 on the play, not on the roster. Doggone.
Oh, just looked like he just bumped into him and knocked the ball loose.
Yeah, really. Tyson had a good shot at it.
And Hagerty needed that to finish out this half, and they would have got the ball back coming in the beginning of the second half. Could have did the 2-for-1 deal there, but Tigers here definitely striking distance.
That was Josh Chrysalis on the fumble recovery. 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock. Palmetto Tigers really in good shape here. Shane Partridge in the backfield. 1st and 10. Ball is on the 34-yard line. They fake it to Partridge.
Coming across the middle.
Got Carter across the middle, and he's in for 6. Matty Ice with the delivery, but there is a fantastic block. You'll see it here on TigerVision. Watch the peel back here, 71. Pushes him all the way out of the frame, got the post route.
Yeah, there was no chance on a man-to-man coverage there coming across the middle like that with Maurice Carter, but that block on that left side there, protecting the backside of the quarterback, made that play.
Now Galloway is going to be fired back by Ferguson. He's having a good night tonight. Beautiful snap, laces out on the hold by Liam Harold. It's up and good. So now the Palmetto Tigers with a commanding lead with 3:13 left. And looking at Matthews here, Maddox Matthews over there. Now I guess that would be his great-grandfather. Probably that was our preacher, Ken. When we were in church with Harley and all the bigs here in Manatee County. Yeah, DeWitt Matthews.
DeWitt, and then
Sons Tad and Tyler. So
now, yeah, you're right. That's 4.
wow.
That's 4 generations. Wow.
Well, Jordan is in his 5th generation here. Here in Manatee County. My grandchildren. He only has 4 of them. But I guess we're stuck here, Ken.
That's a good problem. Good problem.
3:13, and we would guess that most of the people watching us tonight are Palmetto Tiger fans, because news may have not gotten out there to all the people from Oviedo. And so, and I do say a shout out to Kathy and Bob Shermer that are watching us from Leland, Michigan tonight. Thanks for watching.
Very good. Is that where is Leland?
Oh boy, it's if you look at the back of your left hand, it's going to be over there on your on your
Near
pinky.
Canada.
Yeah, on your pinky, and it is gorgeous up there.
Oh, I bet. It's probably like 30 degrees cooler than it is here.
Yeah, right here out of Manatee County. Think of it, Ken. We've been watching over 29 countries. We've been watched 90 miles from the furthest place on the planet in one thing. And
We had Vietnam one night. We did the regional game down at the Straz in Miami, and then we were up in Tallahassee, 6 miles from the state line, playing Lincoln up there.
Yep.
I was just up in that area last week and rode by. Every time I ride by there, I go, we did that game there against Lincoln, lost it. Game we should have won.
Now Royce Jenkins takes this when he throws it. They had a little slant and a good play call, and they did that one kind of out of a spread formation.
No penalties.
Driving forward. Let's see where the mark is. Yeah, he's got the first down. That's a big. The guy that caught the ball there is pretty doggone good size to look at him rolling off that contact, and that is number 18, Ian Thornsbury.
Up.
Oh, great pressure. Great pressure. They had the.
They were going to do the out and up there. And
yeah. They had 14, cutting here and then cutting, but this is a play we've seen Palmetto run. They had him down the sideline, but the pressure got to him, or that'd have been 6.
Yeah, I think it was the first time we saw him do a pump fake and did not get off a good throw there.
And I think Josh Corsalas was in the backfield, number 43 again.
Timeout, Palmetto.
2:43 on the clock. Look at that little menu down there, and you see Palmetto timeout there. I kind of like that feature. Now you can see on the hamburger menu we got 2 left. Is that correct? Yeah.
2 left. I think Coach Brazelton wants to talk to him about what to look for here. Hagerty needs a score, without a doubt. They've got to get one in here for the half. They get the ball back, start the second half. They could get them back into the game. So, Brazelton, long-time Palmetto assistant, was the defensive coordinator back when we won the 2 regions. And I think if you remember, he was the acting head coach for that one team and filled in for Coach Marino, and I think he was like 7-0, 8-0. Glad to see him back making the defensive calls here. Drum corps, good crowd. Thank you everybody for coming out.
This crowd,
these kids work hard out in that hot sun, and
that's good to see.
And they need to be they need a good crowd, and Palmetto people have responded.
On the big jumbotron over there, the Coastal Mobile Screens jumbo, another Jordan Varnor adventure there.
Absolutely.
And you can see the fans looking at the replays and just enjoying the game. Really fun atmosphere.
Fun atmosphere. It's like I'm trying to get it to be like a game day, like on Saturdays.
We got the talent, we got the coaches. There's no reason not to come here and enjoy the game. Lewis with a nice carry of about 2 yards. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 7.
perhaps two-down territory here again, Brian.
I'm not so sure at this field position. Well, they're 28 points on the board.
28 points. Long ways to ride for a running clock.
Royce Jenkins, man, that kid is big. And he takes this time a sack on the play. Coming in there, it's 34. Once Carter Robinson.
Carter Robinson has played lights out tonight. If he doesn't have a job here, he is definitely going to be a contender to make the defensive coaches get him out there on the field. He's looked really good. Going to be punting here. Got Carter back. Carter.
Yeah, Maurice Carter's back to
He's
return
too
this
far
one.
back. But
Oh, low snap. Really good job of fielding that ball.
Shank
He did
did
get a good job.
it's another shank, another 20-yard shank up into
the stands.
It bounced up into the stands and then it bounced back on the field. I bet he couldn't do that again.
Carter Robertson.
So another short field here for the Tigers. Plenty of time.
So, minute and 16 remain in this one.
What are we doing here?
That punt wasn't that short, was it, Ken?
I thought it would be about midfield here because
it went out over.
It bounced up into the bleachers right above the P and then came back down on the field.
I thought it was going to be marked at the 50. So,
wow, I bet that was less than a 10-yard punt there.
So minute 16 on the clock here. And this time Shane Partridge is in the backfield. Maurice Carter out wide.
Who hasn't scored?
And I'm looking on the far sideline.
Partridge has not got any.
Kieron Jones out there, and you got Pitchford. They throw it out there, and Pitchford shakes out of a tackle, runs forward, very close to the spot. Looking over at Bobby Teachy over there, has been doing the markers. There's a first down. Bobby Teachy, son Justin Teachy.
Kicked at USF, kicked here. And
great punter here. And Teachy's been doing the chain game here at Palmetto, very accurate. And of course, great family here.
Yeah, absolutely.
2nd and 2, 45 seconds on the clock. Partridge makes a guy miss, drives forward, and he's got the first down. Ball came out late, but he was already down on the play.
Going to move the chains here. That's going to stop the clock. The Tigers could just settle to let Galloway try a field goal here.
I just let Galloway take a knee at the 50 and let him drive one for about 65, 70. Let him take that one for the longest field goal in high school history. Which
I know you're hoping.
I'm certainly hoping that happens. Slipping on his cut, great play. Containing on edge there is number 20, and that is Wyatt Hatfield. Once again, Hatfield's having a good game.
Yeah, they're going to let the clock run out here, or 5.
No,
call a timeout.
Timeout, kick the field goal.
I think they're going to let him drill one. 3 seconds.
Yep. So we're going to try to get some points going.
41 yards here, give or take. Ball's on the 20.
6 and a quarter.
43 yard.
Yep. 26 and a quarter, Ken.
43 and a quarter.
Or it's it's marked there at the 26.
Yeah, it's 43.
Yeah.
So on the Tigers X account, they showed Galloway kicking a 63-yarder, right there on the P there, kicking from right to left on the viewing screen. But I would have had him kick that 61-yarder that he missed against Mitchell.
Yes.
Great that he tied Tom Dempsey's old NFL record, making it look easy. But I'd have had one from 61 just to show that he could do it.
And so now it's a 25-yard. He's going to spot it right on the 25. It's up and it's bending to the. It's good.
He helicoptered that thing through. My goodness.
That was a place-kicking looking kick. It was the Frisbee kick.
Yeah.
And it hooked. It had a huge draw, and it drew it right in there.
And he looks so effortless. He's not like he's not even trying, and he's just built to do what he's doing here. That's why he's so good at it. My goodness.
And he's, coming into his senior year next year, and I'm just, your kickers that are these guys that really knock the heck out of the ball. I watched Eddie Pinero. They did it. They're usually about 5'10" and 170 pounds. This guy is legit. What, 6'4", 6'3"?
6'3", 6'4",
6'4".
200 pounds now. He's bigger than he was last year.
I just can't imagine it getting any better than where he is right now, but it's potentially possible. We're going to go into the halftime break, Ken, and this broadcast is really just a bonus coverage game. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to let the TigerVision Pro guys keep you entertained here. Generally, we have statistics coming in.
Yeah, perhaps according to the hamburger menu there, we may have some stats. So we'll see.
I'm liking how this is shaping up.
At some point.
So we'll just relax and sit back and watch those stats come in.
Watch the halftime show, and y'all enjoy.
And when you get to dead time, there's nobody better than keep it alive than the guys behind us. During this time, since we're not going to have, looks like the bands are not here tonight.
Our drum corps is at least here.
I might like to see if they could play back some replays. That may be something, and just let the audience enjoy those replays. We try to throw curveballs at those young men all the time, and they're going to replace us, Ken, with IT.
Yes, we're definitely replacing
the voices, and that, and we're looking at different one's role in here. And look at the ticker on the bottom. Are there any other games going on here in Sarasota, Manatee County?
Oh, guess what? There's some highlights.
Our boys are dogs back there.
They just make this stuff happen.
Oh, look at that.
Ace Luther, Pitchford with the score. Oh, he's those backs they have. Oh my goodness, they're amazing.
Really, penalties have taken them out of the game. Because this
self-inflicted. There's been a couple of miscues, the one interception, but the penalties have really hurt them.
Partridge with the play, Ace Luther, Maurice Carter, good ball out quickly by Hennessy. Ashton Kelly rumbling, now stiff arms rumbling. This time reaches that ball across the line there. Maurice Carter to that.
Slant touchdown, the big receiver.
And we'll go to a break, but once again, guys behind us, what you've done for this community by putting that together is just fantastic. And it's so great to see in high def the way the guys have got it and what they've built over the years, and to watch it here on the school district of Manatee County. Beautiful turf field. Just a great experience. So we'll take it to break in.
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Conley Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. The next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Conley Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
Hey guys, it's Alan Conley from Conley Buick GMC. Halftime's almost over, so make sure you stay tuned. Go Tigers!
In my fucking ass! It felt so good!
want to look at any music? What you got there?
Back to the broadcast. You're watching a very exciting game here in this Spring Fever Classic here at Harley. Brian Varnador, the Palmetto Tigers, with a 31-0 lead over the Hagerty Huskies. And Ken is stepping out. I think he's down eating additional chicken wings down there, something behind us. But I just wanted to say a shout out to the crew once again for all the great things that they're doing behind us here. It's now, the weather is, for all the viewers that are watching from other places, it's almost a little misty here, and it's down to a very, probably I would say 68 degrees here. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds before the beginning of the half here. And you know, today we may get a look, and this week is the Back to Blue here in the state of Florida, and we've got one of our very own great ones, Dan Whidden, that has been serving. You'll see him on the sidelines later on. I want to say an apology to Troy Bellamy. We're going to have him on the sidelines tonight. It is Troy's birthday, and he came in on his birthday after the passing of Mr. Britt, as Bill Britt was going to be here. And I want to say a special thanks to Troy Bellamy. So as the band plays, or as the public address system plays Back to the Jungle, we are getting ready for more football action. If you look at the lighting system here in Manatee County, the schools that were provided by the school district of Manatee County have the sophisticated light systems, and it is just an amazing place to watch football. And I am truly impressed tonight at the amazing amount of people that have come out here for this spring game. I don't think back we used to have the spring classics where Palmetto and Manatee Southeast, we'd all play each other, but I haven't seen anything like this at Harley Stadium, even in an opening game. This crowd that came here tonight, and it just makes me wonder if that old school North River News being in publication here, it being out in front of all the community in all the different locations, it's something that is just exciting to see. Now we got a little Ozzy Osbourne here on the public address. The teams are gathering near the sidelines. That was sweet. And you're singing there, Eric Sanders talking to Matthew Hennessy here. Ken is about to join us here in the booth here, 32 seconds on the clock.
Please.
Yeah, we're sitting up here, Ken and I are talking with somebody that we used to play hoops at Bray Park over there with basketball teams. He was official at IMG Academies in Manatee County, and my son, of course, was an assistant Abel was assistant coach over there and also a player over there for 4 years. So a lot of familiar faces here on this beautiful spring night.
He did our games in Bray. The scorekeeper.
Yeah,
Clock.
he probably can't remember.
He remembers us.
Okay.
I don't know if it's good.
A lot of cherry picking, you know, and layups and not much rebound. You just take off and try to dunk one here or there, you know. So 12 on the clock.
Oh, I'm sorry. Palmetto does get the ball to start the second half. All right.
And I will get back to Dan Whitten, our Deputy Dan here.
Deputy Dan, yes.
We'll talk about him in a little bit.
How could I? Yeah, how?
A high pooch kick. It's going to be fielded there at the 10-yard line. Wow, great speed by the Tigers.
Here we go.
Partridge laid off that block. Smart play. Carter down the sideline, cuts back, tries to make it one or two miss, and he's down at the 50-yard line. So Flowers with a very high kick, but Carter with a great return.
Yep. It's like he's a little dinged up still, but I bet he ran 100 yards on that kickoff return. He kicked away from him there. He was the only guy back, so he had a lot of field to cover. But
legends that we recently lost. One being Ken Burton Sr., and today we also lost Bill Britt Sr. We ask that you give 5 seconds of silence to recognize them. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was beautiful. That was a 5 seconds moment of silence for Bill Britt Sr. and Ken Burton Sr., two great men here in Manatee County. And that one's thrown out to number 2, Kieron Jones, and he was not able to grab that one.
Kieron, early on in the season, he was our go-to back, did a great job, and then I think he was nursing some injuries and came back in time for the playoffs. Great player, and will play big into the 2026 season for the Tigers.
4 receivers, and Hennessy take this one out of the pistol, and he flips it out there to Carter. Great block on the edge, and you got to really give all the credit on that one to Kieron Jones.
Let's see if we can pick him up on the replay.
It's like a recommendation. Like, stand up. We're throwing something right now.
So Maurice Carter with the catch, and Kieron with a great block out.
That's you.
Yeah, and there wasn't a lot of room to move around there, playing on the short side of the field, and so the block opened him up to make this a 3rd and short. Very manageable.
Really just about in field goal range for Brandon Galloway
You're
at
hoping.
this point of the field.
Really, all you got to do is cross the. So if you can get to the the middle of the P or beyond, you're pretty much.
So Palmetto burns an early timeout coming into the half, so there's 11 and 37 seconds on the clock.
And you wouldn't probably see this in a regular game, Brian, but spring game, again, you're looking at all different kinds of scenarios here. They can pretty much open their playbook here to do something, but normally at this point they wouldn't take a timeout, up 31-0. But learning moment here, so let's see what Coach Sanders decides to do.
So now Palmetto with 3 receivers out on the left side of the formation. Maurice Carter over there. Looks like he's working through a little bit of a cramp over there.
Yeah, he was gimping around a little earlier in the first half towards the end. But that's, again, the environment they're playing in.
This time they throw it out there to Partridge, and he takes with a first down. And that's good stuff.
Good stuff. Partridge, of course, that a great change of pace running back, but good to see him out there in the slot catching the ball.
He gives you a little Danny Amendola, Wes Welker, more recently Renfro kind of look out of that slot receiver position. Guy can play anywhere on the football field. He played safety a year or two before, so he's just a football player. Ball's out on the ground. Kieran tries to pick it up instead of getting on that one, so that's going to be Hagerty ball. We'll look at that on the Arctic Air replay, see if this was a pass.
Yeah, it just blew up from the beginning, from the snap. Look, he tried to push it down on the back, like the high snap. Looked like maybe a jet sweep. That was just the timing of it with the high snap just threw everything off. And first miscue here for the Tigers tonight. Other than that, they have played pretty lights out football tonight.
Yeah, and then, the commentary up here with the officiating and Luke, they're talking about that's, you almost want to do that as a small pass there in case it's a bad exchange. There's a big quarterback rumbling. Royce Jenkins. Goodness.
He's got to be pushing, and we don't have stats tonight, but he's got to be pushing 100 yards rushing. He's just, he pulls it, and I'm going to get as much as I can and run it downhill. They just have not been able to finish drives. They've either self-destructed or turned the ball over, but between the 20s, they've actually done pretty good here tonight, Brian.
Vita will take this one. Now, this is kind of a regular-looking set here. One back in the backfield, taking it out of the pistol depth, and he looks down the right sideline. And really nice route and a really nice catch there by number 4, Jack Bryant.
I mean, Jenkins, he put up similar numbers to what Hennessy put up. He threw for almost 2,000 yards, threw for 23 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, and so he looked like the regular NFL type quarterback there.
And Bryant, now he looked for the big ball. Now he's checking down, and it's going to be nearly picked off by Pittsford.
Wow. Oh, my goodness. He would have been in the end zone in just a matter of seconds because he caught that full speed. He knows he has an easy 6 points there.
Man.
My goodness. He was perfect read. Again, we know him as the 50-50 ball, but he's going to Kansas State as a defensive back, and you saw exactly why there. Between him and Jock Harris, they're both 3-star recruits, and that's pretty good.
Close snap, and he's still, Royce Jenkins powers his way for the first down.
Yeah, I really like him. I see why he's one of the top quarterbacks in the Orlando area.
And I see, Kenny, and think about, it's good that you have, months to recover from playing. You don't have to have a Thursday and a short week because of storms and play that guy with 5 days without getting rest because he's just huge. Lewis with a good run, gain of 6 on the play.
And again, they're moving the ball here at will against the defense. They've just self-destructed, or they get to the red zone and they've attempted 1 field goal tonight. That's as close as, and the interception they threw in the end zone. That's been it.
I think 19 has a big one of those kazoo helmets over there. The wingback up there.
Yeah, that's concussion.
Yep. Really nice driving run. Now, this is what Hagerty has the capability of doing, and they're just, gaining at this point, I'd say an average of 8 or 9 yards a carry.
Exactly, yeah. Looking at their stats last year, They were as balanced as we were last year, running and throwing a ball, about $180 passing and running per game. If you got a quarterback like that, 180 is going to be pretty easy to reach.
Now there's a flag on the play.
Flag on the play. Jenkins up the middle again.
Generally, you're going to have some kind of face mask or holding on that one.
Ball gain on the play. Let's see.
Hands to the face. You know, you may have something like that along those lines.
The Tigers have played pretty much penalty free tonight. Great food, great cut. I bet you there's a good crowd watching us tonight there at the cut. Oh, on the Tigers.
Yeah, I would like to see a resurgence of butts in the stands. You know, it's amazing when I will go to the University of Florida on Saturday after being here, and there's 90,000 people there. After we've called a game, I'm going to go the next day and make that 3-hour trip. And the commitment to, you know, supporting these, especially high school, the guys in our community, I just don't understand. Ball's on the ground. Oh, nice play by Jenkins there.
That play was going nowhere, and Jenkins again, Johnny on the spot. He is the heart and soul of this offense.
So he's got 2 out to the right, and nice looking receiver over here, number 18 on this side, which would be Ian Thornsberry. Might want to throw, but he's got Pitchford lined up. He's taller than Pitchford, but
yeah.
that back shoulder fade will not be there.
He's not even looking that way.
But,
came across the, he just threw it away.
And that's going to be Tyson, you know, the big hitter, number 17, and just a great.
He's coming here on the blitz. Just keep fighting until that whistle blows.
That number 40 is just playing a lights-out game tonight, too. And that is Colin Hanlon. Oh, yeah. I knew Hanlon had that last year, so it's just and he's been very active in this game. Low snap, really good play to pick that one off the turf.
This tackle,
driving
touchdown,
and that's a great catch and run by Jonathan Lewis.
So hats off there to Hagerty, down 31-0 in the second half. 130-mile-an-hour bus ride here to Palmetto, and they're still playing hard here.
And it's
just a simple pass out to the flat, and then it's just a matter of just working to get to the end zone. There were at least 3 missed tackles there.
So Isaac Flowers, not getting the number on the holder at this look from the vantage point here in the stadium, and I like to get the long snappers in there and running in late.
Like a guard.
Yeah, that's a guard running in there late. So we've got a good snap, holds good, kicks up, and it's good. So Isaac Flowers. So now we have a 31-7 score and a lot of time on the clock. 7:41 here in the third.
No, they don't probably practice special teams a lot in the spring, but is it too early for an onside kick here? Halfway through the third quarter, you really want to get back in this game. They're talking about it real hard here, or they might be saying, "Don't kick it to Carter back there. Make him run."
Yeah, I would do one of those. And we've seen Maurice play the ball off the bounce which is terrifying. You know, he'll let the ball bounce in front of him, and then, you know, and you can make some really tremendous plays because it freezes everybody when they see that ball on the turf. But the downside of this turf field, you have no idea where that ball is going to go,
exactly.
And it's a live ball.
It's exactly. So they got 2 back there in the covering this kickoff.
And I got Maurice Carter on one side of the formation.
He's just going to kick it.
There's your pooch kick.
Yes.
Partridge is going to catch this one. Run it up the left sideline. Gets a crease. 40, 45. Still going. He's down to the 48-yard line. Great return by Shane Partridge.
We'll see a lot of that going into the fall here. Okay, let's get to our trivia here, Brian.
Okay, what former Hagerty quarterback went on to play for the Florida Gators and several NFL teams and currently is with the Washington Commanders?
Okay. Hagerty's been around 20-some-odd years. They're actually a baseball school. They have half a dozen guys that they have included. There's somebody with the Rays. I can't think of his name, but this one guy, still in the NFL, has played 10 years. And as a Bull Gator, do you know who it is?
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell. I can tell you he was one of the top-rated passing quarterbacks coming out of high school.
Yes, he was.
725. And I can say that he has been on my street because Tom Peacock's son, Joey, played on a Gator team.
Okay.
And so he's actually was in the wedding party.
How about that?
With that young man.
How about that?
That's all I can give you.
Okay.
With what?
7:02 on the clock.
You got that. Me too. Oh my God.
Oh, they're coming to the line of scrimmage, and Ashton Kelly knifing through there. Timed that one perfectly there. I think that was number 3. Ken, did you get the number on that?
Yeah, I think you're right, Brian. It looks like they were sending the safety blitz there, coming through and right through the A gap and just missed it.
Yeah, it had to be
No, it wasn't number 3.
Definitely not 3 because that's Roy
quarterback.
Shankins.
Yeah, my bad.
Number 8, which would be Avery Zapitz.
Yeah,
we've called
that's the linebacker. That's the linebacker that is one of their key players on the defense. Boy, he timed that just about perfect and missed it.
I think we may have had an encroachment there, but now Hennessy hands this one off, driving forward, and that's a big run. Ashton Kelly, first down.
Okay, we're at a water break. You might see the Tigers throttle down the offense here. Okay, here, let's get back to the trivia question, Brian. What former Hagerty quarterback went on to play for the Florida Gators and several NFL teams and currently with the Washington?
Okay, everybody up there here knows that it's Jeff Driscoll, but I can remember the Vandy game. That's not in front of me, but I remember he had a 70-yard run, and he had 177 yards rushing as one of the highest passing-rated quarterbacks coming out of high school.
You know, Hennessy threw for 2,000 and some odd yards. I think he was at 4,000 yards his senior year in high school, yes.
And talking to my neighbor across the street, and there were really a bunch of fast Florida Gators, he said that Jeff Driscoll at 220 pounds, 6'3", could run with all of them.
Wow.
And so he's kind of a freaky athlete. Now, Royce has got size, but there's no question he doesn't have that Royce Jenkins doesn't have the foot speed that Jeff Driscoll did. He was a gunner in the NFL also. You got to have a lot of speed to play gunner in the NFL.
Absolutely.
Matthew Hennessy now has Ashton Kelly in the backfield with him. Hands it off. Big, really a nice play to even get the ball on that reach without a bad exchange. Goes for only a gain of about 3. I like, Ken, I like this number 55. He continued. Broggy again continues to make play, and Reyes was involved. Those guys are solid.
Yes, the strength of their team is definitely their front seven, and they'll go. Their season will go as that front seven. We know they got a quarterback and they got a running back, but everybody else is on the offense is pretty much new.
Oh, Hennessy's throwing the big ball down the boundary. Jumping up, unable to make the catch.
Got a flag.
Tennessee's pass intended for number 3.
Intended for Nazir Pitchford.
There is a flag.
Just a fly route. They've been running them
Last play by number 4.
and just about made it.
Really not bad coverage. You try to knife your arms in there, and I guess he got there just a tad bit early, and that was Josiah McCruz. And they waved
They're
the
going to
flag.
wave it. That was probably a good call there.
They're going to wave that. They're going to say high school that you're able to face guard in high school football.
For the Tigers.
That's my guess, and I'm sticking with it. So 5:12 on the clock here. Palmetto Tigers leading this one 31-7. It's a 2nd and 8. Ball is on the 32-yard line. Partridge is out in the slot on this right side of the formation with Maurice Carter. Ashton Kelly in the backfield with Hennessy. Option right. Needs a block.
Got it.
Great speed for the big back. There's that surprising speed out of a 6'3" running back.
Yeah, you know Hennessy's not going to be the one that's going to keep it. He's definitely going to pass him. But what it does is allows our running backs to get to the outside, and Kelly's obviously, like was shared earlier, he has worked hard here the offseason and got to the outside pretty good there for a nice game.
So now at this point of the field, you've got the wide boundary. It's on the right hash. That gives you a lot of area over there for those receivers to run some crossers and those things on the left-hand side of the formation. Then you run to the short side. So that's just a great play call.
They're going
Great block
to bring this back.
They're going to call
speculation that it was hold. I do not see the flag, but it's probably right there. We're obstructed with the tents. There's the flag. Flag's right there.
flag on the play.
So there's a flag on the play. I was thinking about in baseball they say,
holding.
Come on blue, but let's talk about the blue. This week is the Florida Back to Blue week. It ends today. We were talking about Dan Whidden. He's been known by us Varnadors as Dan the Man or Deputy Dan. Dan's on the sideline. He used to line the field. He does everything at Palmetto High School here. He's amazing. Worked with Moody Johnson. And he's been doing things at Palmetto High School for decades, taking care of the old field, the uniforms, everything else he could do. He shows his love and care. And today he even provides his service to various school district of Manatee County schools, even today in quasi-retirement. So Deputy Dan Whidden, we just want to tell you we so greatly appreciate you keeping us safe and your lifetime of service. Go Blue.
There he is.
There's Dan right
there next to number 84. He does it all he does all the stuff that nobody else wants to do, and he's great at it. He's the get back coach. He makes sure these guys their uniforms are immaculate. He takes care of the practice fields. He does it all.
4:57 on the clock. Long, the Palmetto offense has been set for quite some while, and the Huskies adjusting gear. They're looking at equipment, no equipment violations, anything. So we're finally ready for play here. Partridge got a really good jump. They're going to throw a little slip screen and it's going to be Ashton Kelly. That is that old late slipper, right, Ken?
Yeah, I was watching Shane Partridge run right down the seam, and perfect screen pass there. Ashton Kelly looking really good tonight.
Tigers are driving again. 4:51 here in the third. Statistically, we're not going to get caught up in that here on a spring game, but it's been fairly balanced out of the Tigers. And really, I know it's deceiving with Oviedo or the Hagerty Huskies with only 7 points. they have really potentially what looks like could be a very tough team to play. This time Ashton Kelly with the body lean drives forward. He's going to be very close. He's going to be about a half a yard short.
And we can't forget the offensive line. They have played very good. Kelly's running. He's running into the third level before he's tackled and nearly got in the end zone completely untouched. That offensive line pretty much have everybody back. We lost the left tackle to Charleston Southern, obviously, and but they're looking really good and have controlled the line of scrimmage tonight against, again, a very good defensive front.
Oh, watch the backside. Hennessy waits for the route to develop. Good job of getting that ball out of there. Intended for Carter.
And if you think about it, Hennessy hasn't been touched all night. He might not have taken a shower. I mean, he has not been touched.
And if you watch Hennessy play, one thing you'll see with him last year with a 70% completion ratio, there he was pretty well covered. And it's not he's making bad throws. You'll see him get outside the hash and throw it past the first down marker. So a lot of his completions his incompletions are throwaways, and he still maintains that 70% completion ratio.
Yes,
that's kind of tough to do, right?
That is you do that in the NFL. I mean, 70% is unheard of at this level. He's a great student of the game.
Man, great play by number 22 and knifing across there is Cameron Riela. And he's going to be a senior next year, but what an awesome play.
Looks like he just goes both ways too. Just a versatile athlete there. Pretty much came in on the outside untouched there and made a great play.
Also in on that play, number 20.
Yeah, and Hatfield again with the assist on that one. Wyatt's been flying all over the place too. Hennessy looks for the slant, then he throws the back shoulder fade. No! And it's incomplete.
Hennessy tries to hook up with Pittsford.
Yeah, doing the 50-50 to Pittsford. I think Pittsford got turned around the wrong way and might have been a little deep on the throw.
I get a look at that over there to see Pittsford at the end of the route there.
Go to the adrenaline.
Because generally
I mean, you know it's going to come, but good luck trying to stop it.
So we're now it's 3rd and 6, and the clock is winding here. There's no play clock here at Palmetto High School at field level. He got him offside, nearly gets him offsides again with a hard count. And there, barely got that one off. Throws the slant, wide open receiver, and that's going to be Pittsford.
He dropped it. Did he drop it?
He got it.
No, he dropped it. They just waved him down.
Oh, they waved it off. I thought he was celebrating and looked like he had to catch it, and then during the celebration to stick the ball up, their ball came out. See if he had 2 steps before the ball came out.
Well, let's see if our guys behind us can make some magic happen here.
You're doing so good. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so they throw that 50-50 ball, and it's straight up, but he does a slant, has a great...
Okay, thank you guys. What a great shot that is.
Look it in.
Catch. No, he missed
just
it.
Missed
it just missed it. Hit off the face mask.
99 times out of 100 he catches it.
Yeah, I didn't know how he dropped that. That was probably the easiest ball that he's going to get. Slant, play call.
He could have caught that blindfolded normally. So the Huskies dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, so you still have some life here. As the Huskies have the ball, and they're going to start this one out of their own end zone, out of the shadows of the end zone. And they were looking good coverage by the linebackers. What they were looking for was a jump pass out of that formation. Did you see that?
Yes. Yeah, he was waiting to execute it, and they killed it here.
See there?
Yeah, he was. And then when it wasn't there, they played their assignment football, and no gain on that. If not, it was very short.
And you can see that why number 55 is playing both ways is such a football player there. The guy's huge.
Oh, nice.
Coming over
throw.
there, great catch. And that's number 13, which is Caleb Taylor. Perfect ball.
Yeah, so we know that Jenkins can run it. We know he's got a quick release, but nice touch on that. Put it right between the two Tiger defenders where only the receiver could catch that ball and hung on to it. Great job.
Really not bad defense by the safety coming over there.
No.
Pretty good lick, but couldn't force the ball out. Now this time, 55 for those Palmetto Tigers is just hanging on for dear life, and you're not going to get out of that young man, Tyrone Harris. Tyron, pretty big player.
Tyron, he got a lot of playing time last year due to some injuries and taking advantage of the opportunities there. We're going to need him big time for the Tigers to be successful.
And he's very difficult to block. Oh, ball's up. Ball deflected.
Wow.
That one's.
Did they blow a whistle?
Oh, now you'll see a good look on this from our vantage point here. It looked like it was a tipped ball, and there was. I thought he was throwing the ball, and the receiver was in front of him.
They're talking this over here.
Let's look.
Because there was no. Wave it down. Yeah, incomplete.
Yeah. That's the right call.
That is the right call.
That's the right call because the receiver, let's see, throws the ball from the 6. Yeah, it's
right there.
His receiver, or excuse me, from
Number
the 20,
11.
25, and then, yeah. His receiver was definitely down the field. Wasn't a lateral.
Cotton deflected the.
3rd and 10.
Tiger Band being the 12th man tonight, doing a great job.
Oh, he dropped that one.
Oh, he split. He fit that right in there. You got to catch that. Right here, just running a little slant there. You got to.
Yeah,
I mean, he fit that in. There were 5 or 6 Tigers right there.
And you can see tonight as the night falls here that it's a little bit hard to pick up the numbers. That was a new quarterback in the game, which was Charlie Benoit. He'll be a junior next year. Now punting this one away is going to be Isaac Flowers.
Yeah, he's had 2 shanks tonight. Decent punt.
Here we
go.
Bounce.
Here we go.
I wish he would catch those. And then
there's a flag.
There's a flag.
So if he runs it back, it's coming back.
Yeah. This is fun to watch. It's going to be on his video highlight reel.
Oh,
Maurice
my
Carter
gosh.
down the sideline. He's at the 50. He's going to cut back to the middle of the field. Now he's down at the 30-yard line. Very exciting return.
He makes it interesting. He's got a little bit of LeJontay Wester in him. My goodness. Yeah, if he would just field it.
Yeah, and then, as we're talking through that, we clearly see the flag on the field, but a lot of times we kind of stay quiet so it'll stay on that kid's highlight reel. From they can pick it up from a certain point and show all of his great shake and bake out there. But, yeah, definitely a flag on that one.
So fumbles it there, muffs it there, gets it on the 3rd. He is all the way back inside the 10, and here we go. He's going to go left. He's going to come back around this way.
Well,
and they just let him. I don't know if they set a wall up for him or not.
That was the umpire back there did a nonchalant over the shoulder on the crackback block there. I don't know if we can pick that up on the replay. It was beautiful. Okay, he was looking at the play and he did the nonchalant. That was gorgeous.
You just don't know what Carter's going to do.
No, I was talking the official.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
concession stand there. Looks like they probably had a very good night at the concession stand there, raising money for athletic sports,
Yeah, I did.
band, and whoever.
I know the work that goes on there, you know, being part of the booster club. And,
That's
the
right.
treasurer for years, so I did pay $3 for that 2 bottle of water, so I'd keep the change.
Absolutely.
So it's all for the good ones here at Palmetto High School, you know. When in doubt, do the right thing.
Do the right thing. I love it.
Papa Zane told me.
Oh, look at this.
Did you eat your...
Driving forward for a gain of 5.
Kelly with a run.
Kelly having a good night running. He ought to be somewhere near 100 yards by now.
Tackle on that last play by number 30, Brandon Whidden.
And if you look on the, you know, if you're starting to wonder if you should get off of the channel here, you'll get so much information on the bottom there. We're going to keep you dialed into this nail bite every game. And that's going to be Maurice Carter, and it goes right through his hands at the 44. Perfect throw.
Throw.
Outside shoulder. That's going to be a fun look on TigerVision.
Ball's incomplete.
Hennessy has so many weapons, and Jock Harris didn't even play tonight.
On that last play.
Spooky.
That is it's crazy scary.
Spooky.
And that's another 3-star recruit that's got offers coming in by the dozens as well.
Get him, Kelly, get him.
He's got receivers, and they're all good. And then you throw a receiving wrinkle with Shane Partridge out here who's in the slot, and Keyron, a running back in the slot. Those guys are good receivers. They slip it out to Keyron there. Drives up to the 20. Boy, look at the speed. Still going, and it's going to depend on the mark over there. He's going to be at the 39-yard line. Was that Ashton Kelly? There's no way that was Ashton.
Yeah, just a little screen pass. You know, he set up the block and then skipped out into the flats there. And, yeah, he has definitely worked hard since that Mitchell game.
Man,
he's looking really good.
I'm a little bit surprised by the speed down that sideline. I had to think that was Keyron going there on that far north sideline. That was crazy for the big back to be showing that kind of speed. A lot of weapons here for
A lot of weapons, yeah.
Oh, good block out there by, and you look as Keyron Jones goes for a 9-yard gain, and we're going to say it like it is. Pitchford with just an awesome block. You know?
Yeah, that's the fun part of this offense is that they played together, you know, all last year. We got everybody back, and so they know they need to block for each other. They need to run their routes right when they're not the number one guy. They're doing all the little things here. That's the beauty of seeing this offense mature that averaged over 30 points a game last season.
You know, and at the a big receiver coming out there, Jagar Sanders is 6'4", 220 pounds. And, you know, we have Ace Luther as a tight end, but you got another one here, 84, and he'll be a senior next year.
Yeah, he's been in. He was in earlier on a few plays. I saw him, the size. Like, where did he come from?
So with him at D end, and you got Chase Simpson that's not in the game tonight, right?
Yes.
And
You're watching TigerVision, presented by Conley Buick GMC. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after these messages.
there is a look at the TigerVision trailer. And I want to say there's Christian there. And we've got Chad Burton there. Jordan Varnador in the background. Is Charlie your grandson?
Charlie did not make the game tonight.
Didn't make the cut tonight. And so, and you know, Covington has worked. My granddaughter has also been involved. Kind of a family affair in there. There's the one guy running the switch tonight. I neglected to get
Christian McClanahan.
Might want to, if you know, TigerVision crew, you might throw the names up there because I've worked with the guy before. He's METV and he's
Yeah,
done
he's directing tonight. He's directing our
wow,
game tonight.
it's
Yeah,
fantastic.
He's done a great job.
He's done a great job. It's not easy.
No. That's why they call it the stress box.
So there's your holding call.
There's big number 84.
Holding on the offense, 10-yard penalty, spot foul.
They're making it easy for us. We don't have to think anymore.
We're just going to dial in stuff like that with our voices and take out the excessive things that we say over and over, like out there. I say that 1,000,000 times a game. If our viewers had 25 cents for every time I say that, they'd all be millionaires. But they could, strip all that out, put it up in AI, and probably
we become irrelevant.
more irrelevant.
Yeah, more. Yes,
Yeah.
we're 1 foot in the door.
So it's 2nd and 11 here. And it's getting a little frosty in the press box. The steam is kind of selling. It's getting the windows are getting a little steamy, and it's due to us on the inside this time.
The hot air.
It's getting warm.
Warm. It's warmer in here than it is outside. It's beautiful out there. That probably helped get the crowd here, and they're hanging around. And great turnout. Thank you guys for showing up for a spring game in the middle of May.
Incredible.
We got 6 months of the hot weather coming up before it cools off. Thank you for coming. Here we go.
Pitchford. Oh, he's got a first down. Just one man to miss. Really great play. Touchdown saving tackle there by Kyler McBurse.
Yeah, you saw Pitchford there. You could see he almost moves. Everybody else moves slow motion compared to him. He's got that extra gear that few people have, and just almost had him another score there. Shoestring tackles saved the score for the Huskies. They're coaching them up.
I think Jager Saunders is out there primarily blocking out of his tight end position over here. Oh, nice block. There he goes. You got a great block. But he looks like an awesome target on the receiving side of things, doesn't he? He's got the look, number 84 over there. Look at his block.
Yeah, right there he's blocking number 6, who ends up making the tackle, but not till several yards down the field. Great job. But, they might be saving him a little bit.
Film-wise.
Film-wise, yeah. That of course we're talking about it tonight, but just another weapon in the arsenal. And as we know, Coach Sanders loves tight ends right when you need them.
Hennessy looks over things. He's going to throw the long ball down for Carter again, and this time he makes the incomplete pass. The ground caused the fumble. And Ken, over the years that we've done this, you look at this film here.
Just running the
camera switch.
Yep. I think the goal line got him. He knows it too.
You remember the days when they'd send the sorry film or the fuzzy film, or I'm sorry when I sent the film it was messed up, or blah blah blah. Our coaches and staff feel enough. You're going to get quality film when you're watching the Tigers because of this TigerVision.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So everybody in the country's got the best film, that you're going to see, and that shows, all the games the coaches used to play with sending to the shoddy film, or that kind of stuff.
The old 8mm, and then they graduated to the videotape. Yeah. Even the instant replays here that TigerVision offers is great for the huddle counts.
Yeah, and it's great. What we like about it, the kids can get on the game. We've seen this. We're playing another school from another area, and they grab that and they put that on their X account, or they put it on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
It's really cool.
It's what it's all about.
Partridge takes this one, runs for a gain of about 3 yards.
Dane Partridge, Palmetto Charter School alumni.
3 on the play.
Need a big season out of him.
I would love to have Shane on my flag football team when I was playing back in college.
Well, I think he was very instrumental in Palmetto Charter School success with their flag football team. Brian Bussell being the head coach, and they got himself a few championships.
Yeah, that kid, he's got great feet.
He would just be a terror out there.
A nightmare.
Oh,
a nightmare.
I would not want to be on the opposite team.
Now Pittsford
out here to the left.
And they're just running hard with, wow, what a run. And Kelly is running.
That's what we know, Kelly. That's what he came in and provided for us last year. That north-south, run through that A gap, and almost got it for another score there.
But he's messing me up tonight. I'm gonna be, because it's speed. You think he's the other. He's got to be one of the other backs, but he looks like he's really, probably got one of these, guys, conditioning coaches or something working with him, because his speed has increased a bit.
Yeah, and that gets him. He could, if he was lacking as a third down back, now you could use him.
There
he goes.
There he goes.
See that?
He's running untouched.
Look at that.
Yeah, great vision there. So offensive line has just dominated. Ashton Kelly has been phenomenal, both running north-south, but even more so getting out there on the edge. And then you saw great vision there as the lights are going nuts here with all the LED stuff we can do now.
And DB comes in, and the fields, they do a field. Well, the turf field this early in the season, they do get a little slippery. As a DB, you have a disadvantage.
Yes.
Because you don't know where. As an offensive player, it's a big advantage. You can see the DB slip.
I know where I'm going, and you don't, and that's just part of the game.
Ferguson with the snap and the hold, and the kick is good.
That was
Liam Harold.
Liam Harold
with the kick.
In this day and age of specialties, even playing behind the number one of the top kickers in the nation, doesn't rule him out to have a chance to play on Saturdays.
No.
The way they have these specialty camps, Coles being one of them that is ranked Galloway nationally. You go there and do well in a camp because you have all you got the best long snappers there. Everything's geared around what it takes to play at the next level for the kickers and punters, and they time them on that. They test them on that.
And Liam Harold was a skinny guy as a freshman. He was kicking for the varsity team. Comes in here, and he's wicked. And Kyle Toma, taught him all the different variants of the pooch kicks.
Yeah.
But now he's like 6'2", 3. And watch this. Look at this.
Look at this. He kicked it off the field.
That's 9 yards out of the back of it. So,
any school in the state of Florida, much less the country, would love to have somebody like that, and he's settling to be backup. That's, again, shows a lot of character in that kid too. That sometimes being a kicker or punter, you got to wait your turn at the college level. Just because you got players in front of you that have got college game experience. So So he's showing his patience here. He'll get his opportunity, and best of luck for him. Great job here too.
That was from far hash, 9 yards deep,
across the
in
field.
the back of the end zone. That's
That's what they do on Saturday.
I know, but what is Kyle Toma feeding these guys? Coach Toma?
Telling you, whoever he's got next in the pipeline, he's got to keep it up. That's going to be a tough act to follow.
Crazy.
These two guys.
Now, so we do have some changes in the rotation and the lineups here for Avita.
Yeah, they're going to get everybody in the game. Yeah, these jerseys aren't, looks like they haven't, well, there's not any dirt on the field, but they look pretty clean.
Charlie Benoit takes
quarterbacking.
and he's another big quarterback. I know that guy's 200 pounds also. Hands that one off. Boy, that's a nice looking quick back there. Drives forward, shows a little body lean, goes for a gain of about 7 on the play. Number 26. And so number 26 is Neil McMillan.
Yeah, these are a lot of the backups in, and what's important right now as we hit the home stretch of this game is these guys are looking for good quality game film that the coaches can go back and look and evaluate as they head into fall camp. So want to look good here.
Yeah, Neil McMillan there. He's got some good feet. Very shifty. Good balance. Got the ball again. Runs a lot like Partridge. When you look at McMillan there.
Yeah. Good change of pace back with that quarterback and that big bruiser for a running back they have.
And Josiah Washington has rolled up a couple tackles there. And this is going to be a big year for Josiah. You get into the rotation, and as things go along,
these guys want to look good, because injuries happen. So somebody here, you might be calling their name a lot at the mid to late season.
Oh, got it. I believe that's McMillan again, goes for the first down. Dangerous throw, awesome result.
Yes. Those are called gunslingers. Like a Brett Favre, if you're going to throw your picks, but you're going to throw your TDs too, yeah. Oh my gosh. That was a 50-50 ball.
And that was Washington, I believe, went flying. But yeah, it was Isaiah Washington that went flying by there. Josiah. Is that Troy? It sounded, I heard Josiah. It sounded like Troy on the sideline.
I know he's down there, but I think he's back over there by the jet.
Okay, now with 5 minutes and 16 on the clock, Palmetto Tigers with a commanding 38-7 lead in this one. It's going to be a 1st and 10, balls on the 30, and the Hagerty Huskies have put together a little bit of a drive here with some of the twos in the game. They're looking really good.
Yeah, looking really good. You got to remember this was a playoff team last year. They lost in the first round, but when you're playing Lake Mary, you're going to everybody lost to them in Class 7A in the playoffs. They play in a very tough, challenging area, much like our area, quality of football.
Throws it out there. Tries to make one miss. Gains. Drives forward for a gain of 8 on the play.
So not only playing good, they want to play good technique of what they've been taught by their coaches, because that'll be what the coaches are looking for.
Josiah McBurst, the catch.
15 and again, they got a lot of players going both ways.
And those numbers and the lights are kind of washing out.
They are.
Number 81 is Brett Waddles. It's out in the slot now. They looked for him. And there's an excellent job of buying time and finding the receiver down the field for the first down. Great job.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You could see him looking down at his reads. Just watch the quarterback side. Nope, not there. I'm going to keep working. And I got my safety valve over there in the flat, number 21. If he would have forced that on those first two options, could have been an interception. But for sure, probably an incompletion. So
and Benoit
look good. Looked good.
You know, off balance, he threw it dart too. It wasn't
that's right.
a softball. That was
he threw a bullet.
That's
Absolutely.
a heater. Benoit looks, steps up, and he slipped on the rug.
As you talked about earlier, that's playing into the game now with the turf being a little bit slick, and his knee was down there just enough to be called down, and unfortunate.
So Carter Robinson, 43, you know, we've called his number quite a bit tonight with another 34, excuse me, with a credited for the sack on that one. Driving forward for a gain of 3 on the play. I believe that was number 33, which is Colton Hanshaw. Third and 3, 2:53 on the clock.
Cheerleaders working hard. They put the time and effort into games.
Yeah, that's one of the things that a lot of people don't understand. When they start flying around, the highest concussion ratio in sports is cheerleading.
I believe it.
It is. And then football follows after that. People just can't believe that.
And yeah, you look down there at the track there, they have a nice thick wrestling pad just for that very reason.
Oh, it's hard for me to watch them when they're throwing them up 20 feet in the air. It's terrifying. 2:28. Benoit looks, throws. That was a good ball.
Yeah, it looked like Brian. That looked like his first option, and then he looked him down. It looked at there was another receiver, and then he went back to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
Josiah McBurst with a catch. Great route. But look at this. Look at the location.
Yeah.
Dots 1 foot.
Yeah, perfect. There was no way that was going to be intercepted. He threw that in the perfect spot.
That was a perfect ball. Outside shoulder. And receiver, great job getting the foot in.
Get out of bounds.
Stop the clock.
Stop the clock. Yeah, they got the first. Says first down.
You know, the coaches at Palmetto High School, guys like Brazelton, Shaquille Harris, Jim Lacey up here with us tonight in the box. The amount of time, energy, it's got Brett Toma, Kyle Toma, Malik Treadwell. You have no appreciation, unless you've done a little coaching, you have no idea how much work goes into coaching at the high school level or any levels. If you're doing it right. And we want to say a thanks to all those guys on the Palmetto High staff. And, you know, you have to flip it on the coaching staff over there. Head coach of Hagerty, Steve Milkies, Josh Bach, Eugene Cadle, Chad Farwig, John McAfee, Rich Cornines, and Joe Lewis. And, you know, those are the guys, you know, it's not necessarily about making money. It's about making men. And that's the kind of guys that work in our communities. You know, it's a lot of work. It's
a lot of work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of hours in the weight room, and a lot of yelling and screaming and pushing their players to make them be the best and developing character.
Nice run. Okay, I think that's.
Who is that, Brian?
29,
Delgado.
gain of 1 on the play. Second down and 9.
Got a change in quarterback.
Under 2 minutes to go in the game.
See,
Is that number 10?
it's
Kind of
like
hard.
18.
18.
Quarterback's 18, Brian. Oh, goodness.
Ian Thornsbury.
Oh, nice cut.
No,
He's close.
yeah, there's 29 for the
Yeah.
Tigers. and that's going to be Dan Delgado.
Yeah, he made a beautiful cut. He was running straight ahead and avoided the defender there and got outside and just making this a nice third and short.
So Dan, I guess Dan will be a junior next year, so he's got a lot of playing time in front of him. Now coming into game number 32 for the Tigers is Kumarian Collins. Delgado tries to shake out a tackle, does, and he's blasted. And really good play by number 17, and that is Blake Darty that comes across there and makes the play.
Yeah, it looked like the timing on that just blew up with the snap.
Looks like they're going to let the clock wind. It's 35. They're going to have one more play here. Ferguson goes out there, the long snapper.
This was the run earlier that made a great move on Darden to the short side of the field.
See if they throw the ball to Ferguson over there. He's playing a little tight end, normally a long snapper. Comes across, throws a block.
Nice.
Big hit. Got the first down.
Delgado's
looking good.
Making the best of his playing time here. Hang on to that ball. He runs it hard.
Yeah, Delgado looked good. You know, very proud of the effort here by the Palmetto Tigers, and we appreciate all the fans here tonight. Super impressive, and it's great to see. Ken, I doubt that in a spring game we're going to do any interviews with the coaches.
Especially when we don't have the sideline guy.
So it's a long reach. Luke Bustle's heading
Luke.
out. He just handed me a big piece of his homemade beef jerky, which is fantastic. Thank you to the staff that was able to get some late moving rosters and collect those to us of Palmetto High School. And as the band plays Celebrate Good Times by Kool and the Gang, we will bring this one to a close. We thank everyone for watching TigerVision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. I am Brian Varnador, along with Ken Burton Jr. and the production staff of TigerVision. We thank you for watching the once voted #1 broadcast in the world. Thank you for Manatee County and this beautiful place where we live. And one town, one team. Go Tigers.
Go up there and stop the horn line on this side. We're going to get drums down first. Okay.
Oh, my head is hurting.
I'll get it. Wow.